Good evening students. Today I am going to explain word problems on LCM. In the first question we have the school bell rings after every 40 minutes and a clock tower rings after every 60 minutes. At 8 am both bells sounded together. At what time both will make their sound next? So we are given that school bell rings after every 40 minutes and clock tower rings after every 60 minutes. So they rang together at 8 am. Now to find when will they ring together next. So here we don't have to think whether it is a question of LCM or HCM. We can still solve the question by applying normal logic that school bell ring timings will be: first bell is at 40 minutes, then the second bell will be after 40 more minutes, so it will be second bell will be at 80 minutes, then 120 minutes, then next bell it will ring after 160 minutes. In other words, they are multiples of 40. So it will go on like this: 200, 240, 280 and so on. Similarly, the clock tower ring timings will be 60, then 120, it will be multiples of 60, 180, 240, 300 and so on. So we can clearly observe that at 8 am they rang together, and then after 120 minutes they will also ring together, and after 240 minutes they will also ring together. But we need to find when will they ring together next. So next sound, next ringing will be after 120 minutes, or you convert 120 minutes into hours, so it gives me 2 hours. So at 8 am they rang together, so after 2 hours they will ring again together. So they will ring together at 8 plus 2, that is 10 am. This 10 am is our final answer. Alright students, in the next question we have a toy train that completes one round in 120 seconds and another train completes a round in 180 seconds. If both start together, after how many minutes they will meet at the station where started? So again, here we don't have to think whether we have to take LCM or HCF. We do it by simple logic that toy train round completion timings will be: in 120 seconds it completes one round, and after 120 more seconds, that is after 240 seconds, the second round, add 120 to it, after 360, the third round after 480 seconds, the fifth round, fourth round after 600, 720 and so on. So this after 120 seconds, after every 120 seconds a round is completed. Similarly, another train, round completion timings will be 180, then 360, it will be the multiples of 180, then comes 540, then 720, then 900 and so on. Now we have to spot where they meet. So they complete a round in 360 seconds commonly. So our answer is they meet after 360 minutes at the station where they started. So in these types of questions we have to do nothing but we have to write their timings in the form of multiples, and then we have to spot where we have the least common multiple. That 360 is the least common multiple of 120 and 180. Moving on to our next question. Lali wants to buy equal number of oranges and apples. So she wants to have equal number of oranges as well as apples. The oranges are packed in the packets of 6 and apples are packed in the packets of 10. So what is the least amount of apples she should buy? Talking about our solution. Now apples. If we talk about number of apples, so in one packet we have 6 apples, and in 2 packets 6 more apples will be there, so there will be 12 apples, and in 3 packets we will be having 18 apples, in 4 packets 24 apples, 30 apples or so on. As we go on increasing the packets, 6 more apples are added. So number of apples, if we talk of number of apples, so we will have them in the multiples of 6 because each packet is having 6 apples. Similarly, if we talk about number of oranges, they will be in the multiples of 10. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. Now I want to have, Lali wanted to have equal number of apples as well as oranges. So as we see that 30 is the least number where number of apples as well as oranges are equal. So Lali must buy 30 apples such that number of apples and oranges are equal. Now we also have to calculate how many packets of each fruit should be there. So number of packets of apples. So we have total 30 apples and there are 6 apples in one packet. So total number of packets can be calculated by dividing 30 apples by 6. So we should have 5 packets of apples. Similarly, for number of packets of oranges, you have total 30 oranges and they are packed in a packet of 10. So you divide 30 by 10, you need 3 packets of oranges. These number of packages was also clear from here. Here in the first packet we have 6 oranges, and in 2 packets we have 12, in 3 packets combined we have 18, and in 4 packets we have 24, and in 5 packets we have 30 apples. Similarly, in 3 packets we will be having 30 oranges. In the next question we have Arun, Shaji and Mohit cycle every day along a circular ring. They take 8, 12 and 16 minutes respectively to complete one round. After how much time they meet at same place if they started together? So solution for this question is, timings for Arun to complete rounds. So if Arun takes 8 minutes to complete a round, then after 8 more minutes he will complete one more round, and after 8 minutes one more round. So rounds will be completed in the multiples of 8. Next is 32, then 40, 48, 64 and so on. Similarly, timings for Shaji to complete rounds, as he completes one round in 12 minutes, so he will be completing the second round in 24 minutes, third round in 36 minutes, fourth round in 48 minutes, and then fifth round in 60 minutes, 72 minutes and so on. Similarly, timings for, this is not Shaji, this is Shaji, for Mohit to complete rounds are 16, and after 16 minutes he will complete one more round, so 32. After 16 minutes he will complete one more round, so 48, and then you add 16 to it, 64, then add 16 to it, 80 and so on. Now you have to think about what number is repeated in all of them and what is the smallest number. So 48 is the number which is repeated in all of them and is the least number which is coming. So Arun, Shaji and Mohit complete rounds in 48 minutes and they will meet at the same place. So Arun, Shaji and Mohit will meet at same place after 48 minutes. So 48 minutes is our final answer. Alright, in the next questions we have to find a number between 800 and 900 which is divisible by 22, 33 and 66. So first we will find a number which is divisible by 22, 33 and 66. Students, kindly note that a word divisible by is here. So we have to find multiple of 22, 33 and 66. So we have to find the common multiple, the least common multiple of these three numbers. So finding the LCM by common division method, we divide by 11 because all of them are the multiples of 11. We get 2, 3 and 6. Now we divide by 2. We have 1, 3 and 3. Now we divide by 3. We get 1, 1, 1. So as we get 1, 1, 1, we stop here. So our LCM is 11 into 2 into 3. That is 66. Now 66 is the number which is exactly divisible by 22, which is exactly divisible by 33 and 66. But this is not my answer. Why this is not my answer? Because I want a number between 800 and 900. So what I will do is I will divide the maximum limit by 66 to get my approximate quotient. So when we divide it by 66, we get 240, and then we divide by 3, we get 198. So we get 52 as a remainder. As we see that 900 is not divisible by 66 exactly, but we can get a number between 800 and 900 if we must multiply 66 with 13. So 66 multiplied by 13 gives you, we can break 13 as 10 plus 3, and then we multiply 66 by 10, we get 660, and multiply 66 by 3, we get 198. So final answer is 858. You can multiply directly to get 858. So 858 is that number which lies between 800 and 900 and which is exactly divisible by 22, 33 and 66. Why? Because LCM of 22, 33, 66 is 66 and 858 is the multiple of 66. So that's why 22, 33 and 66 will divide 858 exactly. So students, thank you very much for watching word problems on LCM. Stay tuned for the more videos.